Namaste, my name is Jade, and thank you for tuning into Conscious Current Yoga on YouTube. We're going to go ahead and get started in mountain pose, so standing at the top of the mat. And for the sake of the video, I'm going to turn this way so that you can see me. But everything emanates from our mountain pose, so it's not simply just standing up at the top of the mat. We want to be nice and intentional about our stance. So just starting with looking down at your feet, we want to make sure that we have about a fist to a fist and a half distance in between the feet. And that way your sacrum sits right in between that space between the feet, and the ankles are directly under the hip bones or relatively as close underneath the hip bones as possible. Now for me, you'll kind of feel how it feels when you stand. We want to have 3 points of contact in each foot. So on the outer ball of the foot, right underneath the big toe, underneath the pinky toe on the ball of the foot, and then also on the heel. So that triangular 3 points of contact on each foot. And when I'm standing, I kind of have to activate my leg muscles, and I push my kneecaps out a little bit just because my knees naturally sort of will cave in. So I'm activating all the muscles in my legs and pushing my kneecaps out. I'm giving myself a nice gentle bend in the knee, and we want to feel the fingers and the arms nice, strong, energized, and holding and breathing. And just recognizing the difference between the relaxed hand, the relaxed posture, to the engaged posture. And then the last biggest thing about this stance with the mountain pose is what we call, or what has been called, the duck butt. So it looks very nice. It's when the butt protrudes out and we've got that little dip from the low back and the glutes, but it's not the best for the pelvic girdle. So this is an indication that my hip bones and my pelvic are shifting and spilling forward. So what I want to do is draw the tailbone down towards the floor. And just if you can see the difference, I'll get a little bit closer so that you can see it. So this is a natural stance. What I want to try to do is draw it forward. This engages those core stomach muscles. It brings my pelvic bone back into alignment, and I'm drawing down the tailbone. And there's so much happening here, and this is why I'm emphasizing it, because it's really important. When I can draw that tailbone down, it stops all of my back muscles from being used in an unnecessary way. So if they're spilling forward, then my core is not as strong and engaged, and then all of the back muscles are doing the work that my core should be doing. So I want to try to keep that tailbone drawn down, and then just holding and breathing. And you'll do this at the top of the mat. Inhale, fill the belly with air. Fill the chest with air. And exhale through the nostrils. Inhale, fill the belly. Fill the chest. Exhale through the nostrils. Once more, inhale, fill the belly, fill the chest. Exhale through the nostrils. On your next inhale, we'll bring the arms up overhead. As you exhale, swan dive the hands back and down, forward fold, step it into your plank pose. option to come down onto the knees if that feels better in the body. And chaturanga, slowly lower the body all the way down onto the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just walking the dog out, lifting one heel and then the other. Inhale, bring that right leg high. Keep that right leg high. As you exhale, bring it to the top of that push-up. And bring it down. And bring it up. Downward facing dog, bring that right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, right arm comes forward, left arm opens up to the left side. Look back towards that left hand. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Opposite direction, left arm extends out forward, right arm swings open. Drop that right arm down towards that left thigh. Left hand comes up, look up towards the left hand, and hold and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, left hand meets that right foot. Right hand comes up towards the ceiling. Look up towards the right hand. Hold and breathe. Exhale, plant that right hand. Drop that back knee and take half split pose. If you have blocks, this is a great place to bring in some blocks to help with the balance. My hips are going to shift back. Right leg straightens out. Right toes come up towards the ceiling. And the blocks are just here to help elevate the spine a little bit, and they help with balance. As you inhale, bend back into that right knee. As you exhale, shift back. Maybe we walk the blocks back with us. And bend back in. And straighten it out. Inhale, bend back in. Maybe we bring the arms up for a little bit of a balance pose. Goalpost the arms as you bend the right knee. As you exhale, palms swing back, right leg straightens. Inhale, goalpost the arms, bend the right knee. Exhale, palms swing back, straighten that right hand or that right foot. Take your left hand, grab for the outside of the right foot. Let that right hand swing back towards the back of the mat. Hold and breathe. Bend into that right knee. Take both hands to the inside of the right foot. Bring that left knee high. Lizard pose. Hold and breathe. My left hip is going to open up to Skandasana. Left toes come high. Right arm comes towards the inside of that right thigh and plants on the mat. Left arm comes up towards the sky. And shift it. Just Skandasana, back and forth. You can stay high or you can go low, whatever feels good in the body. And the next time we get back to the top of the mat, just squaring that foot and stepping the left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Give yourself a nice gentle bend in the knees here. Once again, check yourself out. Make sure you've got that fist to a fist and a half distance between the feet. Crown of the head pulls forward, hip bones pull back in the opposite direction. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms come all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, swan dive, arms come down. Step it back through your plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk the feet out, lifting one heel and then the other. Inhale, left leg comes high. Hold it there. Shift into your plank pose with that left leg high, and exhale, take a push-up. Inhale, bring it back up. And exhale, step or help that foot through, high crescent lunge on the opposite side. Left arm swings forward, right arm opens up towards the back of the mat. Feel that right chest opening. Ooh. Inhale, arms swing up. Exhale, opposite side, right arm swings in front of you, left arm opens up towards the back of the mat. Maybe you look back towards that left hand. Exhale, right hand meets the left foot. Left hand comes up toward the sky. Exhale, plant the left hand. Come down on that back knee. And exhale, hip shift back. That left leg straightens for half split. Now that I'm here, so one of the reasons that I like to use the blocks is because this is what my spine will look like without the blocks. And you see how it's rounded? I'm getting the stretch in my hamstring, but I'm also like not looking too hot because I'm like super rounding my spine. Now, if you've got the balance and you can just keep yourself up like this, that's how you'll want to really try to stay without rounding the shoulders and rounding everything. That's why the blocks help, because the blocks straighten the spine. And then you inhale, bend into it. Exhale, shift the hips back. You see, even if I leave the blocks up towards the top of the mat, it's different than if my hands are touching the floor. So props are a beautiful thing, really. The spine is happy about them. Inhale, bend into it. Exhale, shift the hips back. Maybe I take my right hand and grab for the outside of the left foot and let the left arm swing back. This is another thing. Naturally, the spine wants to round. Feel the hip bones shift back. And maybe you look back towards that left hand. And then bend back into that knee. Goalpost the arms, left knee bends. Inhale here. Exhale, palms shift down, straighten that left leg. And you see how I'm still maintaining that nice, relatively straight spine. Bend into it on the inhale. Exhale, hip shift down. It's much different than being down here. I want to keep myself elevated. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, shift it back. Once more, inhale, bring it in. Exhale, shift it back. Bend into that knee. Hands come to the inside of the left thigh. Pick up that back right knee and hold and breathe. And take Skandasana on the opposite side. So a few things are happening here all at once. My right hip is gonna shift open and my right heel is gonna plant, and then my left hip is gonna close my right toes turn up towards the ceiling. And then we shift, bend in towards that right knee. And you can stay high or you can go low, whatever feels good in the body. And shift back over towards that left side. And we'll get that stretch with the arm. Take the left hand towards the inside of the left thigh. Right arm comes up towards the sky. And exhale. Pivot, square that left foot, and step it forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms come all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back through plank pose. And hold it here. We're going to shift onto the right heel, onto the right hand. Left arm comes up towards the sky for half plank pose, side plank. Option to ground in that right leg and bring the left leg high. Option to bend that left leg and take it right in front of the right thigh. Any variation works. Wherever you're at, we're gonna dip the right hip down, crunch it all the way down, bring it all the way back up. And bring it all the way down, bring it all the way back up. Bring it all the way down. Inhale, bring it up. Once more, bring it all the way down and then bring it all the way up. Pivot back into your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just hang out here for a breath. Inhale, right leg comes high. Exhale, right leg steps through. Bring it down, back foot comes down at a 10 to 45 degree angle for that warrior one. Once you've got your footing, and we want to be on railroad tracks, so not on a tightrope, not one foot behind the other, but off center. Then we bring the arms all the way up. And exhale, interlace them behind the back. Look up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale, bow into that right leg. Hold and breathe. If you've got the hands that are interlaced, if you've got them away from the back, lower the arms towards the back first and then bring the torso up. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. And we'll start to shift into our warrior three pose. So my left heel is gonna turn up and I'm gonna start to walk my foot forward. And even if my left leg just comes a centimeter or two off of the mat, that's totally okay. I'm just looking to try to focus on wherever my balance is. I'm looking for that balance, right? So if you're right here, if you're wobbling around, that's where you're at. It might be helpful also to take a supported warrior three by bringing in the blocks. And that left hip, it wants to veer itself open to the left-hand side. Guide it down towards the floor. Now, if you're here and you're using your supported warrior 3, hold here and just focus on getting that balance in that right leg. Option to move a bit further. As you inhale, let's bring that left foot forward. Bend the left knee out in front of you. Take the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. So it'll look like this. Kick that left foot out in front of you. As you exhale, we're going to bring it back through a warrior 3, and then I'm going to curtsy it all the way down. And then I'm going to bring it back up. Bring that leg around. Kick the left leg out in front of you once again. And exhale back through that warrior 3, and then curtsy all the way down. Last one. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Kick that left leg out in front of you and bring it all the way back around, curtsy it down. Beautiful. If we're here at the top of the mat, let's stay with the curtsy legs and just straighten the knees and forward fold. So my right foot should be on my left side and my left foot should be on my right side. As you inhale, roll the arms all the way up. Press the palms together. And I'm gonna untangle my feet. So my left leg's gonna stay stationed. My right foot is gonna swing open, and now I'm in goddess pose. And just shifting side to side. And then we're gonna goalpost the arms. As you inhale, straighten the arms, turn the pinkies in. Exhale, goalpost the arms, bend back in, goddess pose. Inhale, straighten the knees, turn the pinkies in. Exhale, bend back in, goddess pose. Once more, inhale, straighten the knees, turn the pinkies in. And exhale, bring it back down. Take that right elbow to the inside of the right thigh. Left arm extends up overhead. Inhale, bring it right back through center, goalpost the arms. Exhale, left arm comes to dangle on the inside of that left thigh, right arm extends up overhead. And flow a few times with the speed of your breath. Inhale brings us to that goalposted arm. Exhale brings us over. Inhale, goalpost the arms. Exhale, dangle that left arm to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, bring it right back to your goalposted arms. Exhale, straighten the knees, turn the pinkies in. Parallel those feet and forward fold for triangle or open wide-legged pose. It looks like a triangle though. So while you're here, this is another great place for blocks. And I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me a little bit better. So this is me and my back without the blocks. This is why I love the blocks. Nothing wrong with this. This is a big part of Ashtanga yoga, is our ability to get super bendy and to come as low as possible. My preference for the spine is whenever you can, if you have a block, the block will lift you up. And just look at how, to me anyways, this is pretty appealing for the spine. It just feels a lot better, and there's a lot more range of motion because I can come down, but I'm also giving my spine that chance to just kind of sit where it sits naturally, and I'm still getting the wide-legged stretch. My teacher taught me that ideally when you're holding this posture, you want to be able to balance a wine glass on the lower back. And this symmetry that we try to keep with the body is really good for not only the spine, but the pelvic girdle and all the lower abdomen muscles. So if you're here and we've got this spine nice and straight, as you inhale, you'll extend that left arm out from the collarbone. And we can bring it open a little bit more, but the moment my left hip starts to turn up, I've lost all balance of that wine glass on my low back. So just holding it down as much as possible, so we're still getting that stretch, but I'm keeping the hip bones nice and even. And then get that on the opposite side. Right arm comes up. I'm still getting that stretch, but my hip bones are not shifting out of place. They're staying nice and even, right? And then bring it back down. And then from here, we'll turn the toes out towards the corners of the mat. And that way we can skandasana side to side. You can stay high or you can go low here. Ooh, where's my hair tie? And once we get back to the top of the mat, just squaring that foot and stepping it forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms come all the way up. Maybe you take a little baby back bend. And exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. And once more, inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back into your plank pose. And this time we're going to shift onto the left side of the body. Onto the left hand, onto the side of the left foot. Right arm comes up towards the sky. Option to bring that right leg high. Option to bend the right knee and plant it in front of the left thigh. And wherever you're at, we'll take our crunches. As you exhale, dip that left hip bone down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down once more. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring it up. Bring it back to the plank pose. And chaturanga, exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold it here for a few deep breaths. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Get your footing here first. So a good rule of thumb is if you can look back and see that your foot is not directly behind the front foot, we want it off center. Drop that right heel down between a 10 and 45 degree angle for warrior one. Inhale, arms come up. That left knee is at a 90 degree angle. Interlace the hands behind the back, shoulder blades pull together, look up towards the sky. As you exhale, dip in towards that left thigh. Inhale, bring it back up. Arms come up. Exhale, hands come to prayer. Start to pivot onto the ball of the foot, raising that left heel or the right heel. And walk yourself into your warrior three. Option to take it down onto the blocks for supported warrior. And hold and breathe. This may be a stopping point for you. If you're here at the top of the mat and you've got yourself in either your supported warrior 3 or you're in your warrior 3, we're gonna inhale, bring that knee high, kick that right leg out in front of us. Exhale, shift it back into the warrior 3 and then curtsy the leg. And bring it back out. Kick that right leg out in front of you. Exhale, bend the right knee, hip circles around through warrior 3 and down into your curtsy. Once more, inhale, bring it all the way around. Kick it out in front of you. Bend the right knee in, and curtsy. Beautiful. From right here, imagine that I'm at the top of the mat. I'm gonna straighten my knees and just forward fold. So my left foot should be where my right foot is, and my right foot should be where my left foot is. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Press the palms together. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. And I'm gonna open up to goddess pose on the opposite side. My left leg is gonna swing back. Open up towards the left hand side. And shift side to side. You can stay high or you can go low. Whatever feels good in the body. And gently bringing it right back to center. As you inhale, straighten the legs, bring the arms and the palms up. Exhale, bring them back down. Inhale, bring them back up. Exhale, bring them back down. Hold it here in your goddess pose. Take a deep breath in. We're gonna hold the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. As you exhale, twist the torso towards the left. Inhale, bring it to center. Exhale, twist it towards the right. Inhale through center, twist it towards the left, and move at your own pace. The inhale brings us through center. The exhale lets us twist and open up. Inhale through center, exhale, twist. Once more, inhale through center, and exhale, twist. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the knees, and exhale, parallel the feet, once more, forward fold. And like I said, great place to bring in the blocks if they're wanted, and forward fold in your wide-legged pose. Take that right hand, grab for the left ankle, left arm comes up towards the ceiling. Maybe the left elbow bends and rests at the low back with the palm facing up. And release it. Walk the hands back through center. Left hand grabs that right ankle, right arm comes up towards the ceiling. Maybe we bend the right elbow and rest the back of the hand on the low back. Inhale, both arms come back through center. Turn the toes out towards the corners of the mat and bend into one knee and then the other. Once we shift back towards the top of the mat, square that right foot. And you're gonna step it all the way back through your plank pose and slowly lower down onto the belly, and roll onto the back. Pull the knees in towards the chest. Give them a good squeeze. Circle out the feet. Spread the toes apart and then squeeze the toes together and rotate the ankles. As you inhale, let the legs come up towards the ceiling. And continuing to give the toes some TLC by just bringing movement into the toes, separating them, pulling them back together. As you inhale, take the legs into a wide V. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bend the knees and take rotations from the knees, circling them all the way around. In one direction and then the other. Let the soles of the feet come together for butterfly pose. Maybe the arms extend up overhead and grab for opposite elbows. And just hold and breathe. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils. And sigh it out. In through the nostrils. And sigh it out. Once more, deepest breath in through the nostrils. Fill the belly, fill the chest. And sigh it out. Let the breath and the heart rate start to return back to its natural rhythm. Allow the eyes to start to close. We're going to keep the soles of the feet together. And I'm just going to take that left hip and close it in towards the right hip. And then inhale, open the left hip. And exhale, bring the right hip to meet the left hip. It looks like windshield wipering out the legs, only we're keeping the soles of the feet together. As you inhale, bring the knees towards the chest. Give them a good squeeze. Rock side to side. And option to stay here with the knees closed, pulled in towards the chest, or to take a happy baby. And rock side to side. And inhale back through center. Let the legs go long. Let the arms go long. And just welcoming in your Savasana or your meditation. Let the eyes close. Let the shoulders just drop down and relax. And hold and breathe. Gently start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Turn the head from side to side. Inhale, extend the arms up overhead. Point the toes and give yourself a nice full body stretch. Exhale, bring the knees in towards the chest. And just roll onto one side, resting in a fetal position for several deep breaths. Let an inhale push you all the way up. And take the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. Thank you for sharing your yoga practice with me today. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the videos, it helps out the channel, and it means a lot. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.